What's going on, guys? John out here with you. It is Saturday, October 14th. How's everybody doing out there today? Being just almost Sunday side by the time we get to this. So, week 6 picks. Again, if you're looking at the record from last week, again, it's another game below 500. That's probably where I've been over the last 2 or 3 weeks. So, take that for what you will. If you flip or flop my picks, you're pretty much going to get the same score. So, we open again with yet another London game. Baltimore and Tennessee. Tennessee technically given the home team and 3.5. Tennessee has always been Jekyll and Hyde to me. Sometimes I like to pick them, sometimes I don't. Baltimore, again, don't think they played that well last week. I think they come back, bounce, and get the win. I think they'll cover 3.5, but you know how the London games go, could absolutely swing the other way. But I will just take the Ravens. Atlanta and Washington. Washington's getting 2.5. I don't even believe it's just because they're on the road. They're just not getting enough from their skill position players. But Atlanta, to me, I don't know how good they are. They're probably going to beat Washington and cover, and I'm going to lose. But I'm going to take the Commanders anyway. It's just 2.5, but I'll let the chips fall where they may on this one. So I mentioned this last week as far as Minnesota. Their schedule is going to get a hell of a lot easier, although they still have the San Francisco 49ers on the docket. Another tough road game on that side, and they will get pounded in that one. However, this week is the Chicago Bears. They're at Soldier Field, only having to give up 2.5. Minnesota knows they have to win this game, so I'm just going to go ahead and take them. I really don't think there's anything else to be said about that. That's a must-win for the Vikings if you want to keep pace in the NFC North. Because right now the Lions have a lead. They can essentially take that away at the end of the year when you get to the Vikings, Cowboys, Vikings at the end of the Lions schedule. But for right now, this is desperation time for Minnesota, and again, they know they should get. We'll see them cover the 2.5. Cincinnati and Seattle. Seattle's been very, very good at covering the spread. I know Cincinnati might be the better team. I know it's probably Geno and Joe Burrow, if that's the way it still goes, because I know Geno got injured and all that, but I think he's on track to still go. 2.5. It's a coin flip to me because I want to go either way on this one. I'll take the Seahawks and roll with them. I'll take the 2.5 points. San Francisco and Cleveland. Cleveland had a bye week, but they're playing against a team in San Francisco that has all the same defense that they can, pros in the run game, but has all the other options on offense too. I know 5.5 probably seems like a lot for a team like Cleveland because they're decent, but San Francisco can roll anybody, so I'll just take the 49ers comfortably, I think, on that one. This one, I'll honestly tell you, I don't know. New Orleans and Houston. This one's a 1.5 in favor of the Texans. I don't know which way to lean on this one. That's why it's close to a pick 'em. The original line was 2.5. I think it's moved in New Orleans' favor. I only have 1.5. So maybe that tells me I should lean New Orleans, but I'm honestly going to just go ahead and take the Texans and hope the home crowd can keep them close. Jacksonville and Indianapolis. Well, over the last few weeks of doing these write-ups, and anyone else in the fantasy football side, you pretty much have gotten to know Zach Moss, or everybody that hasn't claimed him, he's already been picked up. If Jacksonville can stop in, you can stop the Colts. But if they can't, Colts will cover the 4.5. I'll bet that they can. I'll take the Jags. Miami and Carolina. Carolina gets 13.5 on the road. If this was 20, I would take the Panthers. It's not 20. Give me the Dolphins. Las Vegas and New England. 3.5 for Bill Belichick's Patriots. They are still winless on this side. Let me double check and make sure that I have that correct. And I'll go ahead and scroll on it and just click on it just to see. So it is 1-4 for the Patriots, 2-3 for the Raiders. The Raiders won to Green Bay last week just barely. Patriots have one win. It's a spread of 3. I honestly don't like either team, but New England is so inept offensively that I feel like I have to take Vegas and the home team. Look, I know that's not great analysis, and it's not going to be anything that you're going to reinvent the wheel. But New England looks fundamentally broken right now. And the only Mac Jones, the only Mac is probably mac and cheese. Whether it's reheated in the microwave, that would probably give you a better taste and a chance for a win. Detroit and Tampa Bay, 3.5 as they're in Tampa. Now Detroit's been playing pretty good, but this part in their schedule, as we talked about, is going to get difficult. And I'll just go ahead and type this up right now as far as what it's going to be and give it to you. But I'm going to go ahead and take the Lions on this one. I feel like their defense is still really good. That's a strength for Tampa too, and I like Baker Mayfield. But I'll take the Lions. I know they're going to need to get this because following week is the Ravens, then the Raiders, then the Chargers. This will be the most difficult part of their schedule until you get to the end of the year, like I said, with Vikings, Cowboys, and the Vikings again. So if they can find a way to at least go 500 in these next 4 games, probably going to find themselves playoff bound. I know that's way too early to say, but the NFC North is not that great, even though we know the Vikings will start to win some games as their schedule gets easier. But I'll take Detroit and hope that they get it done on the road. LA Rams in Arizona. I know people are picking Joshua Dobbs at 6.5 and say that spread's pretty close and he should be able to have the game of his life. I've seen some pundits picking that on that side. LA Rams are usually pretty good off following a loss. And again, for Cooper Kupp returning and Puka Nacua, as I always say every week on that side, they do a lot of damage. And you still got Aaron Donald on that back end side of it. So just give me the Rams. I think that they'll cover. Philadelphia and the New York Jets. This one's pretty interesting on that side because the Jets defense is really good. But again, are they going to be able to score enough points? And normally I would take the Jets because their defense is very proficient. But Philadelphia is also very good on that side. And they can roll points on that end. So I'll just take the Eagles. Buffalo and the New York Giants. New York Giants are going to be putting a mash unit against Buffalo on the road, and it's 14.5. I'm not sure why the spread isn't larger. Maybe the Giants have some faith and Buffalo takes it easy and they can cover the spread, but until I can actually believe that, I'll go ahead and take the Bills. And to close it out on the Monday night is an actual really good matchup between Dallas and the Chargers. Look, I understand what happened to Dallas last week against the 49ers. That's going to happen against anybody. Chargers are a really good team. They can score a lot of points. But Dallas needs a bounce back. I think they'll get one. It's only 2.5. I'll take the Cowboys. Those are my picks for the week. And just going forward on this side, probably maybe Monday night, I'll release the schedule for what I'm going to cover. It's probably just going to be Tuesday and Wednesday because Saturday I'll be at the ice rink for the local assignment. So probably Tuesday and Wednesday this week. And as far as the NHL 24 update, I got another person that picked up the game. It's going to be rough going, but at least I found my way defensively to start to get things going. And I did get a hat trick in a game, but we're still losing. We're still like a little bit below 500, even about like 14 games or something like that. So we'll see how that continues to progress, and I'll give you a full progress report probably for NHL 24 and maybe a couple more weeks. I just got to get a few more games underneath my belt and then let you know how I feel about it. That's it, guys. I'll talk to you next week. Peace.